Your body already knows how long you are going to live. Not your doctor, not your genes, not some expensive blood test. Your body, right now, today, it is sending you signals that researchers have studied for decades. And most people over 60 have no idea these signals even exist. I am going to share 7 of them with you today, and I want you to keep score as we go through each one. By the end of this video, you will have a pretty clear picture of where you stand, and more importantly, what you can do about it starting today, now. Before we dive in, let me tell you something that changed. How I think about aging completely. There is a researcher at the University of Michigan who spent 30 years studying people over 60. He wanted to know why some people reach 90 still sharp, still active, still enjoying life, while others decline rapidly in their 60s and 70s. What he found was remarkable. It wasn't just about genetics. It wasn't just about diet. It was about a specific set of physical and lifestyle markers that the body uses to signal its biological age, which can be very different from your calendar age. Your calendar age is the number of years since you were born. Your biological age is how old your body actually functions. And the gap between those two numbers is something you have significant power over. So grab a pen and paper. We are going to do a longevity test together right now. And what you discover might genuinely surprise you. Sign number 1. How fast do you walk? This one surprises people every single time I mention it. Your walking speed is one of the single most powerful predictors of longevity that researchers have ever identified. It sounds almost too simple, but the data is overwhelming. A major study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association tracked thousands of adults over 65 for years. They found that people who walked faster lived significantly longer, not a little longer, significantly longer. Here is a simple way to test yourself. Find a flat surface, a hallway or a sidewalk. Walk at your normal, comfortable pace for about 30 feet. If you can cover that distance comfortably and without stopping, that is a positive sign. If you feel winded, if your legs feel heavy, or if you have to slow down significantly, your body may be signaling something worth addressing. Now here is the good news. Walking speed is not fixed. It responds to training. People in their 70s and 80s who begin regular walking programs show measurable improvements in their walking speed within weeks, not months, weeks. My friend Robert, 72 years old, lives in Phoenix. He told me last year that he had noticed himself slowing down, getting winded walking from the parking lot to the grocery store. He started a simple 20-minute daily walk. Nothing fancy, no equipment, just out the front door and around the neighborhood every morning before the Arizona heat kicked in. Within 6 weeks, his wife Margaret noticed he was moving differently. More energy, less breathlessness, more like the man she had married 40 years ago. Walking is medicine, and the dose is completely free. Give yourself 1 point if you can walk at a comfortable, steady pace without stopping or feeling severely winded. Sign number 2. Can you balance on one leg? Stand near a wall for safety. Lift 1 foot off the ground. Hold it. Time yourself. If you are between 60 and 65, researchers consider 12 seconds or more a positive sign. If you are between 66 and 70, 10 seconds. Over 70, even holding for 5 to 7 seconds with control is meaningful. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people over 50 who could not balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds had an 84% higher risk of dying from any cause within the next 10 years. That is not a small number. That is a staggering number. Balance is controlled by 3 systems working together. Your inner ear, your vision, and your muscles and joints are sending signals to your brain. When balance declines, it often means one or more of these systems is struggling. It also significantly increases your risk of falls, which are the leading cause of injury-related death among Americans over 65. But again, here is the empowering truth. Balance is trainable. Standing on one foot for 30 seconds a day while you brush your teeth costs you nothing and can show measurable improvement within weeks. Tai Chi, which is offered free or low cost at senior centers across America, has been shown in multiple studies to dramatically improve balance in older adults. Give yourself 1 point if you can balance on one leg for at least 5 seconds with control. Sign number 3. How well do you sleep? Do not skip this one. I know sleep seems like a lifestyle issue, not a longevity issue, but the research says otherwise, and it is important enough that I want you to really think about this. People who consistently get between 7 and 8 hours of quality sleep per night live measurably longer than those who sleep less than 6 hours or more than 9. During sleep, your body does something remarkable. It clears a protein from your brain called beta amyloid, which is directly linked to Alzheimer's disease. Poor sleep means that protein builds up. Good sleep clears it out. Poor sleep also raises cortisol, the stress hormone that drives inflammation throughout your body. Chronic inflammation is linked to heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and accelerated aging. You cannot outrun bad sleep with good nutrition or exercise. Sleep is non-negotiable. Now let me ask you directly. Do you fall asleep within 30 minutes of lying down? Do you wake up feeling mostly rested? Do you sleep without waking multiple times throughout the night? If you answered no to most of those questions, please do not just accept it as normal aging. Talk to your doctor. Ask specifically about sleep quality. Ask about sleep apnea, which is massively underdiagnosed in adults over 60 and which, left untreated, significantly shortens life. Medicare covers sleep studies. This is worth investigating. Give yourself 1 point if you regularly get 7 to 8 hours of reasonably restful sleep. Let me ask you something right now. How many points do you have so far? 1, 2, 3. Hold on to that number. We have 4 more signs to go. And the next one is one that almost nobody talks about. Sign number 4. How strong is your grip? This one shocks people. Your handshake strength, literally how hard you can squeeze, is one of the most studied and consistently reliable predictors of how long you will live. A landmark study that tracked over 140,000 adults across 17 countries found that for every 11-pound decrease in grip strength, the risk of dying from cardiovascular disease increased by 17%. Your grip strength is essentially a window into your overall muscle health, and muscle health is deeply connected to heart health, metabolic health, and longevity. Here is a simple test. Pick up a full gallon of milk or water. That is about 8 pounds. Can you hold it comfortably with one hand for 30 seconds? Can you carry it from the refrigerator to the counter without struggling? If yes, that is a positive sign. If that feels surprisingly difficult, your muscle strength may need attention. The solution is resistance training. And before you say that is not for you, hear me out. Resistance training for seniors does not mean heavy barbells and a gym membership. It means simple exercises using your own body weight, like dumbbells or resistance bands, chair squats, wall push-ups, gentle bicep curls with a can of soup. These things matter. They build and maintain the muscle that your body needs to function and to survive. Many Medicare Advantage plans cover gym memberships or fitness programs through Silver Sneakers. Check your plan. It might already be included at no extra cost to you. Give yourself 1 point if you can comfortably grip and carry moderate weight without struggle. Sign number 5. How is your social connection? I know what you might be thinking. This is a longevity test. Why are we talking about friendships? Because the research is undeniable. Social isolation is as dangerous to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That is not a metaphor. That is what the science shows. Lonely seniors have significantly higher rates of heart disease, dementia, stroke, and early death than socially connected seniors. But here is what makes this sign particularly important. Social connection is not just about having people around. It is about having people who genuinely matter to you. People you can be honest with. People who check on you. People whose lives you are a meaningful part of. Think about your own life right now. Do you have at least 2 or 3 people, friends, family members, neighbors, anyone, with whom you have a genuine and regular connection? People who would notice if something was wrong. People you look forward to seeing or talking to. If the answer is yes, your body is receiving one of the most powerful anti-aging medicines that exists. If the answer is no, or if you are not sure, this is worth addressing with the same urgency you would give a physical health concern. Senior centers, volunteer programs, church communities, hobby groups, and walking clubs. These exist in virtually every city and town across America. Many are completely free. Connection is available. Sometimes we just need to take the first step toward it. Dorothy, 74, has lived alone in a suburb outside of Atlanta since her husband passed 3 years ago. She told me she went to her local senior center for the first time last spring, terrified she would feel out of place. Within a month, she had a standing Tuesday morning card game and 2 new friends she talks to on the phone regularly. She told me she feels 10 years younger. Her doctor told her the same thing. Give yourself 1 point. If you have a meaningful, regular social connection in your life. Sign number 6. How is your sense of purpose? This one goes deep, and it is more measurable than you might think. Japanese researchers studying the remarkably long-lived population of Okinawa identified something they called ikigai, which roughly translates to a reason for being, a reason to get up in the morning. And they found that people who had a strong sense of purpose lived measurably longer, with lower rates of heart attack, stroke, and dementia. American researchers at Rush University in Chicago followed thousands of older adults and found that those with a strong sense of purpose were 2.4 times less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. Purpose is not just emotional, it is neurological. It literally protects your brain. Ask yourself honestly, do you have something you care about that gets you out of bed? Not just routine, not just habit, something that matters to you, something that makes this week different from last week, something you are looking forward to. It does not need to be dramatic. It does not need to be a career or a grand mission. It could be your grandchildren. It could be a garden. It could be a volunteer role. It could be learning something new. It could be a creative project. It could be being there for a friend who needs you. Purpose is not something you find. It is something you build, and it is never too late to build it. If you are struggling to identify your purpose right now, try this simple exercise. Write down 3 things that made you feel useful or alive in the last month. Any 3 things, however small. Those 3 things are clues. Follow them. Give yourself 1 point if you have at least one clear source of meaning and purpose in your daily life. We are on sign number 7, the final one. And I saved this one for last because it might be the most important of all. Sign number 7. How do you talk to yourself about getting older? Stay with me here, because this is backed by some of the most fascinating research on longevity that I have ever come across. Dr. Becca Levy at the Yale School of Public Health conducted a landmark study tracking adults for 23 years. She found that people who held positive views about their own aging lived an average of 7.5 years longer than those with negative views. 7.5 years. That is more than the benefit of exercising, more than not smoking, more than maintaining healthy blood pressure. Your beliefs about aging are literally shaping your biology. When you think of yourself as old and declining and finished, your body responds accordingly. When you think of yourself as experienced and capable and still growing, your body responds to that. This does not mean pretending everything is perfect. It does not mean ignoring real health challenges. It means the story you tell yourself about who you are at this stage of life has measurable physical consequences. What story are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that the best years are behind you? Is your body just falling apart? Is there nothing new to discover or enjoy? Or are you telling yourself that you have earned something valuable that younger people simply do not have yet? Are you still growing and learning? Is there still something ahead worth showing up for? The seniors who live the longest are not the ones who pretend aging doesn't happen. They are the ones who embrace it with curiosity and dignity and a stubborn refusal to stop participating in life. Be one of those people. Choose to be one of those people. Today, give yourself 1 point if you generally approach your own aging with acceptance, curiosity, and a sense of possibility rather than dread or defeat. So, let us add up your score. 7 signs. 7 possible points. Where did you land? If you scored 6 or 7, your body is sending you strong, positive signals. You are doing something right. Keep doing it and keep building on it. If you scored 4 or 5, you are in solid territory with clear areas to strengthen. Pick the 1 or 2 signs where you scored 0 and focus there first. Small targeted improvements in those areas can shift your biological trajectory meaningfully. If you scored 3 or below, please do not feel discouraged. Please hear this clearly. Every single sign I mentioned today is improvable. Everyone, at any age, with the right focus and the right support. People in their 80s have improved their walking speed, their balance, their sleep, their grip strength, their connections, and their sense of purpose. It is not too late. It is never too late. And regardless of your score, please talk to your doctor about anything that concerns you today. Bring your score to your next appointment. Tell your doctor which signs felt weak for you. Ask what steps are appropriate for your specific health situation. Medicare covers annual wellness visits at no cost to you. Use them. Here is what I want you to remember most from today. Longevity is not just something that happens to you. It is something you participate in. every walk you take, every night of good sleep you protect, every friendship you nurture, every morning you wake up with something to look forward to, every time you choose to see yourself as someone still worth investing in. Your body is listening to everything you do and everything you believe. Give it something worth listening to. Now I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me your score. Tell me which sign surprised you the most. Tell me which one you are going to work on first. I read every single comment, and I want to celebrate your wins and support your challenges. If this video gave you something useful, please share it with someone you love who is over 60, a friend, a sibling, a parent. This kind of information belongs in more hands. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly videos. Because every week we have an honest, warm, practical conversation about living your healthiest and longest life after 60. Thank you so much for being here today. Now go, take that walk, and I will see you in the next one.